Quick update on the Azerbaijan Embraer E-190 aircraft that was shot down over the Caspian Sea and ended up crashing in Kazakhstan earlier today, Wednesday, the 25th of December. My name's Juan Brown. You're watching the BLANCOLIRIO channel. Here's the best video evidence of the shrapnel from the air defense missile going off. Remember, these missiles are proximity fused missiles, so that when they come in close proximity to their target, in this case the E-190, the fuse goes off, detonating a warhead of shrapnel into the target. And here you can see the puncture wounds. We're looking at the left side of the vertical tail and the left stabilizer and elevator. This is the trim indicator for the stabilizer here. So there you can see the puncture wounds of the shrapnel penetrating the aircraft. And the left elevator as well as the left horizontal stabilizer. So this would penetrate vital hydraulic lines and electric lines. The Embraer E-190 is primarily an electric hydraulic jet. If you penetrate enough of the hydraulic lines, you will cripple this jet. There's an incredible amount of video data coming out on social media already. Here's a clip showing already some shrapnel damage to one of the life vests of one of the passengers. There's some incredible in-flight video showing the passenger masks have dropped out of the ceiling of the aircraft, indicating that the aircraft was depressurized as a result of the explosion, depressurizing the cabin of the aircraft, and damage also indicated to the flap fairing on the left wing, the top of the flap fairing on the left wing. The E-190, like most modern airliners, has 3 fully independent hydraulic systems. Any one of these hydraulic systems will allow you to safely fly the aircraft, but if you lose the fluid to all 3 of these hydraulic systems, you have no control over the aircraft other than the thrust of the 2 remaining good engines themselves, much like Al Haynes had to deal with in the United Airlines 242 disaster years ago in Sioux City. It was Denny Finch that was sitting on the jump seat as the check airman that was operating the throttles in an effort to get that aircraft leveled off after all 3 hydraulic systems were severed and perform that crash landing into Sioux City. It appears that these pilots were attempting to do the same thing by diverting over to Kazakhstan and attempting to land there. The Flight Radar 24 data only picks up the data from the last bit of the flight here, presumably due to GPS jamming over the Caspian Sea. And here we can see the fluctuations in pitch and roll as a result of the loss of the hydraulic systems on board this aircraft. And much like the 242 flight track at the end of the flight, we can see this crew attempting to make an initial straight-in attempt to the runway here in Kazakhstan and not getting it right and deciding to go around, resulting in this figure 8 track. And then a lot of video data shows the last moments of this flight as they were attempting the right base entry to try to get back somewhere close to the airport and crash land this thing. And here on a video uploaded to the print, you can see this phugoid oscillation that the aircraft is going through just prior to crash landing. The landing gear is down. You can manually extend the landing gear on the Embraer E-190. It appears that there are no flaps. So up and down, several gyrations, and then towards the end here, they go back up again and coming back down. Towards the end of the flight, you can see the aircraft makes a fairly steep right bank turn right in here, the final turn, and you can see that there are no spoilers on the left wing. Normally the pilot would be applying left aileron. With left aileron, you'd get some left spoilers here on the left wing. There are no flight control inputs shown in this video data. No hydraulics. There's a panel here which I believe is used to access the stabilizer trim. This is not the accident aircraft, but on the accident aircraft's final descent, you can see that trim access panel has been blown open. So that panel was open before the aircraft crashed, presumably as a result of the shrapnel damage from the air defense missile. Amazingly, there were survivors after this fiery crash. Those numbers are changing. For an even more detailed update on this crash, which I fully agree with, check out Dennis's channel here on Pilot Blog. He's the guy that does the Ukraine updates. He also gives an excellent debrief on the geopolitical situation that this aircrew faced. This is not the first civilian airline shoot down we've covered on this channel, nor will it be the last, and this is why U.S. airlines are forbidden from flying over this part of the world. Thank you so much for your support of this channel, especially the folks over on Patreon that make this content possible. See you here.